All right, everybody, we're back to another great episode of No Cover TV's podcast. That's right, I'm your host, Big Al, where I take that original, local, and national music, just shove it in your face. Slap your arm a little bit because you need to hear what's out there. All kinds of great genres and of all age groups. We've had it all on the show. Please check out the previous shows, and please check out today's show, which is off the hook, and I'll get with that in just a second. But check out the future shows. Incredible artists and musicians and bands that have been coming on the show from around the globe. And it's great. One of the TV days, we were just in Michigan, around the country. But now, podcast. I get to get in everybody's face around the world. And I thank you for listening to the band stories. Then I'll leave it up to you to get to the platforms and check out their music. So, great show today. You want to know how to get a hold of me, get on the show? Yeah, No Cover TV, a Facebook page. You can go to No Cover TV 1 on Instagram, or me personally, Al Brady. Hit me up, or the No Cover TV at yahoo.com. All right, let's get to the show before I lose control. I think I have already. I don't even want to look the guys in the eyes right now. They're at the table. We have the band at the table. This is their second time around at the table. The band in the house. Run Silent is here. How you doing, guys? Oh, this is beautiful. Back again. Trouble is in the house, ladies and gentlemen. They've got a special announcement to make a little bit. I'm excited to hear what this is going to be, and I'm a little scared, too.
Should be. It might cost you money.
Yeah, my checkbook is going down quick here, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go around the table. Let's see who we have in the band. Introduce ourselves.
Chris, vocals.
Chris vocals.
Charles, drums.
Drums.
Tim, guitar.
Tim, guitar.
Aaron, bass.
Aaron, bass.
Tony, also guitar.
Tony, guitar. Now, last time they were here, Tony wasn't here.
No.
No.
Tony's our new guy.
Tony's the new guy.
He's been with us since, June now, right?
Yeah,
June.
yep.
And the last time you were here was February 23rd.
Yeah.
February 23rd. So I got to talk and pick on each of you a little bit. Now it's Tony's time. So do I get about 5 minutes, a few minutes with him?
Yes.
All right, Tony.
You're rising.
You're mine, brother.
You want to hold my hand?
All ready.
You might want to hold something, buddy. So, anyways, Tony, I'm going around the table and I'm not. And Tony, you break Tony. We got a young buck here. Yeah. Good looking, too.
His face is Al's a little bit closer now.
Oh, buddy, yeah. How you doing, big guy? Anyways, he's the guitar player. Tony, how long you been playing guitar?
Probably for like 10 years.
10 years. All right, you're a youngster. How old are you, approximately?
I'm 32.
32, 22, you picked it up?
Like around 19.
19.
I started late, yeah.
Started late. All right. Well, what were you listening to when you were 19?
I was listening to what really inspired me to do it was probably like Nirvana's Unplugged. When I saw that, I was like, man, I want to start playing guitar.
You want to do that?
Yeah.
All right. There was no other reasons?
At the time, that
was it.
It was that.
Okay.
Not like the rest of the guys started playing because they wanted to get women.
That is pretty much what I was waiting for.
Guess what?
Tony wasn't going to go there.
And you know what? It still hasn't worked.
Right. We all bought it to get chicks, and it didn't work. It just cost us money.
Married.
So, Tony, what bands you playing before you run into these guys?
I was actually in a deathcore band.
Deathcore, heavy stuff.
Yeah, really heavy stuff.
Really heavy stuff.
Yeah.
You got the long hair, you whipping it around and all that?
Oh, yeah.
He
He still does that. We went across the stage.
You're still going at it, huh?
My neck already hurts.
All right, we're all kinked up here. Well, Tony, it's thank you for coming on the show.
Yeah, no
It's
problem.
great that you're with Run Silent. These guys are awesome. Good guys. They're going to take care of you. They're going to keep you away from me, brother.
I only let Al visit once in a while.
Once in a while, I'm only allowed out of the house. And today, everybody, is pretty much pajama party day. Okay, I'm wearing my pajamas, people.
I'm glad I came just for the attire.
Exactly. That's what's nice. We're not on TV. We're doing one on the podcast.
Exactly.
Do you really know what I'm wearing when I do a podcast?
I took a shower for this.
Yeah, so did I, actually.
Now you're feeling dirty again.
Did I get to
I
you?
can't show my face in public ever again.
Oh, I need to give you all a hug. So, Run Silence in-house, we got a lot to talk about. They've been kicking some butt around town, playing around and around and getting around and jamming and all that good stuff.
Not just around Grand Rapids. It's
Yeah,
been around the state of
you
Michigan this
got
year.
out.
It's all over the place.
I'd
Yeah.
say probably about 80% of our shows have been outside
On the
of
road,
West
yeah.
Michigan.
Outside of West
Mhm.
Michigan. That's good because you were here February 24th. So, yeah, I haven't seen you really doing too much in town except that show I showed up to.
No, we started out the year on fire, and most of the shows we played I think 5 shows in Battle Creek at the Music Factory this year. We've gone over to the Diesel in Detroit. We
Okay.
played a couple shows at Rebels up in Mount Pleasant. We played 2 shows each, I think, here in Grand Rapids, 2 at Turnstiles and 2 at Mulligan's. We played one benefit, Bark in the Park,
Nice benefits.
fundraiser.
We did a benefit for the Equestrian Center in Rockford.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Equestrian
nice.
Center. So we've been doing some benefits. We would have liked to have done another one in November for a little girl that's sick and for parents. But unfortunately, I have my stepdaughter's wedding is that day, so
Okay.
we couldn't commit to that. But right now, it's like we've got maybe a few more, but I think we've done 19 shows this year.
That's good.
Like I said, not a lot in Grand Rapids. We've been studying the other venues too, and putting our names in for like the show with Trooper and Jackal.
Yeah.
Show at the intersection or at 20 Monroe Live. And so we've been and then we've added we have our EPK now with Reverb Nation. So
nice.
so we've been going through everything a band that's moving forward is supposed to be doing.
Needs to do.
Self-promotion and everything else. So it's just been a really busy year of running.
It's busy to keep up with it, the platforms, to keep everything updated, blah, blah, blah.
Well, luckily, Charlie takes care of the Instagram. Chris is taking care of the EPK. Facebook is mainly Aaron taking care of that. So the 2 guitar players kind of get a break.
Wait a minute. Is it telling you guys something?
But, we contribute the ways that we can.
Right.
But that's just the way that the whole band is functioning as a family, and we just take on different responsibilities at different times to keep us all moving forward towards our goals.
Good,
So,
good. Are we still trying to push to get out of the state a little bit?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, good,
Yes.
good.
Yeah. We've been investigating the South Bend area a little bit, I think. I've been kind of looking at some stuff there, Fort Wayne.
I'd love to go play Pierre's.
Yeah, we might get it back to Fort Wayne. I have my niece's husband's family is from Fort Wayne and so we might try to get there this next year.
Okay. That'd be great if you can get down there and hit some more on the way back.
Yeah. I mean, it's a matter of just booking them, and now we're getting ready to go in the studio, and we're getting ready to do the second album, and just on and on and on. I mean, we've been much busier this year than previous years. And I don't see that slowing down in 2024.
I think we've been more focused.
Yeah,
That
we're
is
more focused now.
All right,
than we were in the
Yeah,
past.
it's-
So you mentioned studio. What studio are you using?
So I was asked to DJ another benefit for a family that lost a lot of stuff in a fire. And somebody had put in studio time. It was $2,000 worth of studio time.
Nice.
And I spent the $10 in cash I had in for it and won $2,000 worth of studio time.
Very
So we're gonna
nice.
go back in the studio to record 2 songs. The guy's name is Eric Stroud. He's in a band. I don't know what his studio. He's calling his studio Pan. But we won the studio time. We're going to go in and record the 2 new songs that we have, and then try to shoot a video on both of them or at least one of the songs.
Nice. You have those 2 songs picked out already?
Yeah, we've been playing those 2 songs live. Actually,
Okay.
we basically how Run Silent writes a lot of the time is we come in with riffs or a drum piece or whatever, or just an idea, and it takes off. And usually we can write a song in 15 minutes to half an hour,
That's real good.
which is great.
Yeah.
We're going to slow that down a little bit now as we move forward, because we're going to actually pull some songs from our old bands into this mix
Very
that have
nice.
never been used. I mean, I've got 3 songs from the Iron Pig Day that were recorded at Easttown with Lance Eichler,
Really?
and they've never been used other than on the EP.
Bring them out.
So that's what we're going to try to do. We're going to revamp them, make it ours.
Do it.
I'm really good friends with my old bandmates, which are actually they're called Widow's Hatchet.
Oh, okay.
And they're getting ready to come back out as a 3-piece for a little while. They're looking for a singer. So if anybody's not heavy metal, a metal singer, they're looking for a singer. So get in touch with Al or myself or
Get a
somebody in
hold
the
of
band.
Al in the band, yeah.
and we'll turn you that way and let them know. So,
Nice.
but I've been working with them the past few months now, and just kind of we're talking after all these years now. So,
Good.
and the old guitar player helped us out last weekend with some stuff, and so it's been a really good deal there.
Nice. Now, second CD, we're going to finish this up. What's going on with the second CD?
The second album's going to be only 10 songs.
10 songs.
We've got 2 of them already written. We've got 4 of them altogether.
Four.
So that would give us 6 of the 10.
Okay.
And then the new stuff is going to be just a completion of what we were doing on the first album, moving farther ahead.
Okay.
It'll be more studio directed now rather than we did the first one kind of live raw idea. Well, we won't be doing that the second time.
Okay. I
It's
like
gonna
the
be more
first CD.
polished. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit more polished. And then you will have, obviously, 2 guitar players, so the sound will be
There you
different on the second album. We also talked about going back in and taking 2 songs off the first album, stripping the vocals and guitar 2 out of there to inject
Just
the
to
2 guys
bring
in
them in.
on the old stuff.
That'd be good.
And then reissue them as bonus tracks maybe on the second album.
I like that.
So we're working on it, but it's going to be a challenging time period because we're kind of in a time crunch now. So
Yeah.
Okay,
And-
all right.
The 2 new ones that we got, if this is any indication of the direction we're taking, it's going to be no offense to anybody, but this is going to be a bipolar album because we got these 2 songs. One is like a 6-minute just grinding,
Just
kind of
going,
metal,
huh?
and the other one's a 2-minute punk song.
Oh, fast.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
2 minutes. 2 minutes. We ripped through that in no time.
So
Let's do it.
it's like so we're just
Well, we had-
whatever strikes your fancy.
we had a guest down at the Music Factory. We went in there and played that. That was when we had the headliner job in August. And this guy is in another band down in the Battle Creek area, and he came in and he was using the bathroom, and we'd gone from playing one of our heavy metal songs to doing that. And he was in the bathroom going, wait a minute, they're playing punk? I got to go see this.
Yeah.
So he came out there, and he was like really impressed the fact that we could shift gears like that, just play whatever we wanted to.
And the fact that it has 2 different guitar solos in the song,
Yeah.
too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Some of those
nice.
guys.
I like that.
So, I mean, the compliments from him were awesome. From our
And-
peers, it's like really cool when you get that.
Which is going to be really cool because the one song that I'm bringing back was actually written long time ago by the original lineup of Run Silent.
Okay.
I'm the only surviving member of that.
Not that they're
lineup.
dead. They're just.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, they could be. I
Let's
don't know.
clarify that.
I mean, who knows what's happened to them?
Right.
But that song, when it was written, was actually written with 2 guitarists in mind. So
I got it.
it's like, and I tell you right now, I think the first time we looked at Tony and Price like, hey, we got to lengthen the song. It's like a minute 40. We're going to add a solo.
10
Let's
minutes solo.
give Tony a solo. And we're sitting there. Also, he rips into it, and I'm just like,
Hey,
Yeah.
there we go.
And that's why.
Kid can wail.
And that's why we brought Tony in, because I'm getting old and slow.
So what I'm hearing though is, Tony, you're really a good asset to this band.
He's been a
absolutely.
really good asset since the start of this.
That's good, man. I'm glad you brought him in.
Yeah.
Definitely fills up maybe a little gap that you might have.
Well, when the guys from Trooper we've done a lot of shows with them
Mhm.
this year, and they're all saying, "Man, that was the best thing. We have the best lineup now because it filled the sound out.
Right.
It really did."
It does.
And then help from my old bandmate too of how to set sound up. We just readjusted everything, and I think we gained 5 decibels just by making some setting changes on our amps. Literally.
Just little ones.
Just
There-
little ones. It wasn't even, and we gained 5 decibels volume. And I was like, wow, man, let's go a little farther.
Let's
go
go.
Go to 11.
I don't want to hear Charlie at all anymore.
I'm picking on the drummer. That's great. So you mentioned videos. When are we doing a video?
These are the 2 to talk.
Come on, guys.
I have a little bit of a background in film going back to Grand
We're
Valley.
not talking about porn. Come on.
Now,
Put your pants
I'm
back
talking
on.
legit film, not underground. Come on, the snuff days are over.
All right, I'll let you go.
No, back when I was back at Grand Valley, I started taking some film courses. I love film, and they had a documentary field production course that I wanted to take because that would tie into my history degree. Never made it there, but I took a lot of production courses and everything. So I'm basically in charge. I'm storyboarding it, coming up with how it's going to shoot. Chris knows
A couple people to
couple people who can shoot it. So once we figure out what song we're going to do, I'll be able to fill out that storyboard a little bit more, and we'll have a better idea of what we're going to do. Right now, it's sounding like it's going to be more performance-based because we don't have money to hire people, and our friends are unreliable. So
People.
You have friends? Really?
Who has friends?
yeah, just yesterday I met somebody.
That's so much.
I don't believe it.
Will you be my friend?
See, these are
Here's
my
20
family,
bucks.
my friend right here. That's all I have.
Are you talking about other people besides this group?
Yeah, that's why not
You
all
guys are
of
my
them.
friends?
So do you have a base in your head where you want to shoot this? How you want? I mean, a background area.
I know for the straight up performance part, I think Mulligan's back room would be the best. And I know they've allowed bands back there to shoot videos before. And it actually fits, the look fits us. And, so I think that would be appropriate to shoot the performance part there. I've got other ideas going through my head, and I don't know how feasible most of them are. I usually kind of aim a little higher than my eyes are bigger than my stomach.
Your eyes are bigger than your
So
stuff. Well, it's
yeah,
good to think
that's
big.
what my mom used to say.
Well, I'm looking forward. Do we have an expectation of when you're going to do it and get it out?
probably early spring.
Yeah,
Early spring.
probably early spring, because some of the ideas are outdoor.
Yeah, I would like to do a couple location shoots on one of the videos.
That'd be great.
We're out and get some aerial footage.
Okay.
Well, Kevin Coles, he's been in a couple local bands, a really good drone photographer, and he actually does footage from a drone C-37 or one of those little jumper starter planes.
Oh, really?
He does a lot of video footage that way too.
That's interesting. That'd be pretty cool to have
No,
that.
I thought too. Weren't we talking to the bass player from Cretan family too?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I was also thinking about
Oh, okay.
aerial footage from him, because if we can get some of that,
Okay.
That'd be sweet. You got a lot of thinking to do there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I said time crunch of everything. We're basically going to have an agenda board pretty soon of
I
what this
see
has
it.
to happen when. And
You guys
Yeah,
are.
he's-
bring another dry erase board over to the jam.
we're going to have a huge one now that covers the whole wall.
Every idea.
Because because we record the 2 new songs at the end of November. So at that point, things start really kind of rolling as far as development of the video, and get the ideas really percolating
Gotcha.
and everything.
Good deal. Good deal.
Well, and then in the same process, when you're going through a video shoot, you're writing the rest of the album.
True.
So we have to limit the amount of time it's going to take to shoot the video because it takes away from the other part of it.
Oh,
So
man.
balancing it all out.
But it's a lot of fun when you do videos, though. I mean, you have a good time. You screw off a lot. So it's
Well, when we did Smooth Action was first, and he came up with an idea for a video, and I had to say absolutely.
Oh,
I
no.
am not
He
doing
did
this.
not want to dress and drag.
You didn't go to a farm or anything, did
I'm
you?
not
Well,
dressing like Poison or Motley Crue in the early days. I'm sorry. I'm just not
Outside,
going.
Aaron wouldn't
That's
have
what
to
we
wear
have
a
to
wig. He's already got hair.
Chris says that's why we have Tony.
Tony, there we go.
Already halfway there.
Oh,
There we go. Oh, it's great. Anyways, good gentlemen, I mentioned when I opened up, you have a big announcement.
We're going to hand this one off to my bass player, my brother.
Run Silent has an announcement to make. Everybody on podcast land, so listen up, drum roll. Let's
Coming to
do
the table.
it. Aaron, what do we got?
Tim is expecting.
Oh, Tim is expected.
Look at that.
Look at that belly on him.
All right.
Show's yours.
So, you mentioned early on, we were talking about how we're looking to get out of Michigan, and my wife and I were on vacation this past August, and I ran into an individual that completely by coincidence outside of the Rainbow Bar and Grill in LA.
You're running a lot of people. This plot thickens now.
Yes, it's juicy people. We're in LA, people at the Rainbow Grill.
Turns out he is one of 2 booking agents for the Whiskey A Go Go.
There you go. There you go.
And we have been offered and accepted and signed a contract to play May 2nd, May 3rd at the Whiskey A Go Go in LA.
Opening
Hell
for-
yes!
opening
Can I
for-
get an amen on that?
Wait for this.
Woo!
Opening for
Rhino Bucket.
Right on.
We have 2 bands ahead of us.
2 before
We're
us.
playing at 9 p.m. on Sunset Strip. We have 1 band after us before Rhino Bucket. So we are definitely moving out of state by 1,800 miles.
You
So-
jump. You jump. Oh, my.
And the really cool thing is the few people that know about this already, there's a handful that want to come.
Yeah, the guy
Which
that
would be really
actually,
cool.
the guy that runs the company I work for, we used to own it until
Okay.
we were acquired by a company in San Francisco. He has to fly back and forth to San Francisco for business because he has to be out there part of the time.
Really?
And so he's talking about coming down from San Francisco. Another guy that's in our engineering department, he wants to fly out there for the show. So, I mean, it's like, isn't it impressive that you're going to have people that from here that want to go out there with you? So if anybody's listening and wants to go, their tickets are, what, $20
$20
a piece? We're going to have 40 of them, but not all of those are for sale because we're going to keep some for souvenirs.
Well, you got to.
But hey, you're welcome to come along. Get your airfare, your own hotel room, your own food eating for the week or for 3 days because we're only going to be out there for 3 days.
Yeah, it's strictly business trip.
Yeah, it is a business trip.
Are you guys going to fly road trip? Or what's
Yeah, we're flying.
Flying, okay.
There's no way. We don't have to take equipment with us other than guitars and that.
They got the back line and everything.
Yeah. I think we're running. I think it's a huge, like 800 watt amp amp for the bass.
Nice.
A DSL Marshall full stack on one side and a JCM 800 on the other side. I gave Tony the DSL. I'm taking the JCM 800 because he plays on DSLs now.
Okay.
I mean, we both play on Marshall equipment.
Right.
And I actually have a smaller version of the JCM 800 at the house. I just need the speakers now.
Yeah.
And so I can hear my sound for that before we ever go to LA. So we're going to be good there.
My goodness.
But it's just a bunch of getting everything together. I think Charlie's the only one that hasn't booked anything yet to go out. The rest of us already have our flights booked and our hotels already secured. So we're good to go.
All right.
Yeah.
Talk about a major surreal. Well, I was sitting at Mulligan's when the offer came through, and somebody said I looked like I just got news that somebody had died or something. The look on my face was sheer shock.
All over, right? Yeah.
I mean, the challenge really is to think of this is just going to be another show. You know, let's get out of your mind that Joplin played on this stage or the Doors played on this stage or Van Halen. Or, you know, it's like, don't even think about that. Slash threw up over there. You know, don't think about that. You know?
Somebody fell there.
When Aaron brought this up to me and said that, I'm going, it's just another show. You know, its capacity is only 500.
Right, it's not big. No.
It's smaller than the Intersection.
Oh, yeah.
But it has a history.
The big time.
It's got a big time history in the genre of music that we play in. Mm-hmm. So it's like, it's going to be kind of cool. And then you never know what's going to be there. You can meet a celebrity or whatever.
I've been to 2 shows out there. Saw the Killer Dwarfs, and this last time I saw Dangerous Toys out there. Place is always packed. One was a Thursday show, one was a Saturday show. It's always packed.
It is.
The Saturday show, Dangerous Toys, I know that there's radio personalities there. I know there's a Sirius XM DJ that was there.
Nice.
there was some management that was in the room. So I mean,
Always is.
it's not the 80s, it's not,
Right.
it's not, you're going to go play there and boom, you're the next big
Ching.
thing,
But you could be. You never
You
know.
don't know. Look at what happened here.
You never know.
You
But-
don't know in this business.
I mean,
Doors open up, man.
Mhm.
Step through it.
Yeah.
it's just,
Yeah.
it's just something really cool for people, for us who just love music and, know the kind of the history of that. And it's just like, it's really cool to be a part of that now.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing about this whole deal was we had to keep it all secret. I said to the guys, we're going to go on to No Cover TV with Al. We're going to make the announcement then. Everybody, it's just hush hush now until we do that. And then everybody knows at the same time it's no rumor. We're
Right.
just spelling all the, yes, we're going to go to LA and play. So yeah,
Damn.
it's
Worst
just an
kept
awesome
secret
thing.
ever.
Yeah.
I am-
But
Y'all have been keeping it a secret? I've been telling everybody.
Yeah, everybody knows.
well, I've been telling people that aren't in our business because I know it's not going to get it back into it anyways. And the owner boss that I have has been really supportive over the years. He's come to
Nice.
other shows when I was still
God,
there and
God.
back in 2006 because I've been with this company for over 22 years now.
Okay.
And the first thing he says, "You're going to do this, right?" And he looked at me stone faced. I'm going, "Yeah." He goes, "This is like the universe calling. You've got to go do it.
Yeah.
You've got to take that gamble. You
Yeah.
got to roll the dice and go do it."
Yes.
And I'm going, you're right.
Mhm.
Just it came out of nowhere on us and just like, "But we got to go do it."
Well, I'm pretty sure nobody believed me when all of a sudden they get this text probably late at night because I'm, it's like 11 o'clock LA time. And
Right.
so,
It's 4 in the morning.
it's like, guys,
I got a contract.
Well, Aaron and I got lucky because we traveled together down to the last Music Factory show, so we had a long time to talk about this. And Aaron goes, "Well, what were you thinking when I told you that?" And I'm going, I couldn't believe it at first, and then as you kept on going on, I'm going, "This is real. This is the real
Had to
deal."
settle in.
And for me personally, I have family out there, and I was out there in 1987 when I was just turning 22, and I almost stayed and played in that scene. I almost moved out there at that time, so I would have been there at that time when Motley Crue and the rest of them were
God,
just starting to really get going really good. Well, hang on, because I saw them when I was 19 at the American Music Festival. But you had all these other bands coming out of LA at that time, PNC Rock, Radio, and everything else going on. And I thought, you know what, I should stay out here and play. And I didn't do it.
Mhm.
And now I have a chance to go back to LA and
That's
redeem
cool.
myself.
That's really cool. Man. I'm very happy for you guys. I'm glad you saved it to come here. No Cover TV. Tell me, I just can't stop smiling. This is great.
Yeah,
guys.
we had to, knowing you, Al, and you're in our same, at least mine and Aaron's generation.
Yes.
And we kind of circle around that same kind of music. And I'm going, Al has to cover this one.
I love it, man.
And,
That's
that's something else.
to play there and be on that stage with all the legends that's played there and stuff.
Yeah.
I'll probably step on that stage and pass out.
I mean, Aaron and Amber's wife and myself are traveling together. And we're leaving out of Grand Rapids at 7:15 in the morning, flying Southwest. And that
All right.
gets us in LA at about 10 after 12 their time.
Right.
So we get to our rooms, get everything stowed away. We're Ubering it down to Sunset Strip, and we're going to go as tourists.
There you go. Walk the strip. Walk the strip,
I
man.
want to just go as a tourist and be, until I have to actually walk in there with a guitar and everything else.
Right.
But we figured we'd do that. Then Tony and Chris and Tiff are going to be there early evening, about 6 o'clock. So they're coming in later. I don't know where Charlie's going to be.
I haven't
He
figured
should
that
fly out
yet.
with us and then go hang out.
There you go.
These guys are
Get
just
that
there.
Well, lots of pictures.
Lots
Video.
of
Yeah.
pictures.
Lots
Yeah,
of video,
we
pictures.
decided we need a picture with Lemmy's statue out in front
There
of the
you
rainbow.
go. There's a lot of crazy stuff in LA out there.
Got to have a picture with Lemmy, the most disrespected bass player ever. It's like, you got to have lots of pictures being out there. I mean,
Now
now
they're-
shot from the stage.
Right. So they're probably getting you one set,
30 minutes.
30 minutes. Do you picking the songs out? What you're going to do, or are you sticking to the sets you usually
Oh,
do?
heck,
What
I've
do
already
you-
picked out what I'm wearing.
Well,
Which-
what we've got to do, Al, we've got to wait to finish the second album. And then it'll be a draw between the two albums because with the whiskey, they only take a cut of our shirts, Matt, not the music.
Nice.
So we're taking probably the first 2 albums, some of them with us.
But I hope so. I hope so.
And so
Take as much as you can.
and see what we can do with it. Because you have record people that are around too.
Oh yeah.
So the other thing we were going to do that they offer, they have a videographer out there,
Okay.
and depending on what you want as far as live performance video, the price goes up a little bit, but he will do a pro shot concert video for you.
Really?
So we'll be able to get that, and then we can. So then, if you don't make it out there,
Yeah.
Sell you a copy.
we can sell you a copy.
That's right. I love it, guys.
Live at the whiskey.
Live at
That's
the
all I was
whiskey,
going to say on the front with
Run
our
Silent. It's going to be on the marquee. Run
Yeah.
Silent. Unbelievable, gentlemen.
Yeah.
This is.
You never really hear of bands from Grand Rapids making this much of a leap, literally, and it's no insult to the intersection or 20 Monroe. This opportunity doesn't come along to just,
Not everybody, no.
you'd rather be lucky than good sometimes.
It was what a fluke that.
Mhm.
We're standing outside of the Rainbow, and this guy that comes up, he doesn't even look like he belongs there. Everybody at the Rainbow looks like me or Tim. Old, long hair, and this guy comes up, and he's dressed well and good haircut and everything.
Young.
Nice guy too. And it just, I think the way the conversation started is I just said, man, playing the whiskey would be my bucket list. And I think his response was, we can make it happen.
That's right. Talk out loud, people. Talk to yourself out loud.
Well, no, I mean, if they were having a conversation and you say that, and the guy goes, we could make that happen. And then you find out he's the booking agent.
Right. He is the man.
Okay, well, cool. And so then now he's following us on Instagram. I think he's following us on Facebook too, isn't he?
I believe so.
Yeah.
Nice.
And so he's hearing and he's seeing the shots, and he's hearing, and then the new music starts to get out there, and
Right.
you hear that. So they've already had a preview of what we are and
That's
what we do.
awesome.
Yeah, I
So
sent
you know
him I sent him the EPK once I got back to Grand Rapids, so he would have that available to him. So
Yeah,
the
so he's
EBK,
got-
by the way, is Reverb Nation.
Reverb Nation.
/Run Silent 7.
I was going to ask platforms. Somebody got to yell out the platforms you're on.
Yeah.
What are we on? You just Reverb. What else? We on Facebook?
Facebook, Instagram, where are we on? YouTube,
YouTube.
Spotify, Apple Music.
There we go. Run Silent, everybody. Check them out. They're working on that second CD, and they're going out to LA. The Whiskey Go. Unbelievable,
Nice
gentlemen.
nice to see Al smile.
Oh, guys.
That's old dog's got to do something.
Yeah,
Get him
make me
muscle.
smile. Unbelievable. I hate everybody. I'm just kidding.
We also have something for you, Al.
What we got? I got to stand up. All right.
Oh, the gentleman brought the new shirt.
The new one?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Run Silent shirt.
Fresh off the presses.
I'm loving this. Oh, yeah. I'm going to take off the KISS shirt and put on the Run Silent today.
Yeah.
All right, wife, keep your hands off it. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you very much. This means a lot to me. It means a lot. You keep your hands off, too. As always, in the house, the mascot. And she did not eat Tony or our drummer, Charlie.
For a
Tony,
second there, I was a little nervous. I don't know if I should just keep walking.
she had to check you out.
Oh,
Right,
yeah.
Zoe? Right, Zoe? Mm-hmm.
Well, hey, I get it. This is their domain.
This is their domain. That's right. We come to the table.
Oh, yeah, that's what
So
it is.
this is great. Tony, you've been very quiet over here. What do you got? What are you thinking about all this?
I'm excited. I'm definitely
Yeah.
definitely excited to go to LA.
Yeah.
Old La La Land.
To be brought into a band, be accepted fully,
Yeah.
and then turn around and say, "Hey, Tony, you know what? We want to go play LA. You want to go along?" And he goes, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I mean,
I think I
who would?
can take that.
Who would? It would be like, okay, we got this great booking opportunity at the intersection. I think unfortunately, we had something else going on too, and Nita Strauss was coming, and we could have put in for local support for that
Right,
too.
right.
I think she was at the Elevation. Or was she on the main stage this time?
Elevation.
Yeah, but it's just like the opportunities are there, but now we have scheduling issues. Where, obviously
Conflicts.
at this time of year too, with the holidays coming up.
Yeah.
we're going to have that. But yeah,
This is great.
So-
Put this under your belt. This is just going to add to getting to other venues.
yeah.
Definitely.
This is it too. And we've got the opportunities now. We could go play the vault in Saginaw. We've got with Tamara over there now. which is a bigger venue also in
Right.
the state, and then look outside the state. But now we have what Tamara's saying to us too. The only problem that we've got is we need a bigger stage. We're playing all these smaller stages.
Okay.
And we need a bigger stage for our show now.
Well, it sounds like you're
Sounds
hitting
like
up
a
some of these places with a
Yeah.
bigger stage, and
Yeah.
you're looking to open up for the Nationals.
Yeah.
And that's very good.
Yeah.
With my antics, I kind of need a bigger stage.
Yeah,
So-
we just have to have a bigger stage now. It's
Well, I
just-
think you deserve it, my gosh, guys.
I think after all the work we've done this year,
Yeah.
we kind of earned it.
Yeah, exactly, man. So, any other shows coming up?
Not right now. We're, we could finish out this year with nothing else, or we could all of a sudden add shows.
Okay.
We've been asked in on shows from time to time, out of the blue within a couple weeks' notice. So anything could happen. If it doesn't happen, we've got an album to write. We've got a video to
You're
shoot.
very busy.
We're just extremely busy band, and then having, a future family with my future wife, and her daughter getting married and everything else
Unbelievable.
there's a lot of stuff. Because as soon as we get back from LA, I'm actually getting married at the end of
Are
June.
you really?
June 29th.
June
yes.
29th to get married.
So-
Congratulations.
So, we've already got the venue secured for that, and Chris is DJing that wedding,
Right,
and
Chris.
actually our band manager that really, hasn't been able to help out a lot lately because of issues going on with that, but she's actually an ordained minister.
Oh,
So
really?
she's marrying us, but she's going to marry Dawn's daughter first.
And then you're
So
going.
yeah. So yeah,
That's
like
gonna
I
be
said, going
awesome.
getting back from LA, and my fiance will be staying here and watch over my mother for 3 days, who's 87. Can't trust her not to fall down and stay there. So she's going to be staying behind, although she would be bored in LA because she's more of a country girl than she is a city girl.
Yes, yeah, okay.
And this is more of me.
Right.
type of
Yeah, you're a
so-
city guy. Well, I was going to mention when you do go to LA, back in the day, I lost many bands. Please come back home,
yeah.
all right?
Yeah. We're going to come back long
And
enough
with
to tell
her
everybody
hair.
we're signing the contract with whatever record company, and then, but I was the CEO of our company. I saw him the other day, and I said, "Did Joe tell you, the owner of the company, did he tell you that what happened?" And he goes, "No." And I went through, and he goes, Stone looked at me in the face at the point, and he says, "You're coming back, right?" Because I'm a senior finisher at this company. And I'm going, "Yeah, I'll come back long enough just to tell you I'm leaving."
Right. I'm going on tour. That's
but,
right.
But even at that, I don't think that I would ever move out of the state of Michigan.
Okay.
I happen to like, I've lived here all my life, and I happen to like it here, but I will move out of Grand Rapids. I can tell you that much right now. I've lived in Kentwood for like 50-some years now. I'm ready to move
All
out.
right, we're at the Whiskey Go. It's going great. And we know there's booking agents and management in the audience, always.
Mhm.
Always.
Mhm.
So, and I probably asked you this question the first show. Would you do a label or you want to stay independent? If somebody would slap that contract in front of you, what do you think, guys?
I think we bring the contract back here first and contact a music lawyer.
Yes, please do. Yes, consideration.
Yeah, we would contact probably somebody out of Detroit, because Detroit has a lot of music lawyers,
Yes,
and go over the paperwork and see if it would work for us.
yes. I know a couple in town, but
Yeah. And so, literally, see if it would work for us.
It
And
has to
then
fit
we'd
you.
all have to take a check on this and say, is this what I want to do? Because once we commit to it, if we have 3 to 5 record deal with a record company that we have to
Right.
produce and do, then it's a long-term commitment. We have to be willing to make that.
I've been noticing with some of the labels I've been working with, the artists I've been interviewing and stuff, they're doing a little, I want to call it kind of a micro contract where it's a year. You're doing probably 3-4 songs they want you to get out in that year, a video or two, and a micro tour, whether it's 2 weeks to a month. Yeah, they're not doing the long year tour stuff anymore. It's get you out there, get you back in the studio. Get you out
I
there.
think that's
It's always in the house.
I think that's what they want to be able to dump you if you're not producing money for them.
Right,
That's why they do it.
right. That year.
And most bands actually, they are the ones that are paying out to cover their tours.
Yeah.
They pay for their own tours, so they're making their money off of merchandise. They're getting
Merch,
very little money from the record sales. And
Right.
Back when I interviewed bands, I used to write for Music Review. I talked to these bands, and they're like, "You're buying a T-shirt, you're paying for our gas." That's just
Yeah.
and that was Drowning Pool.
Well, we
You
had
know.
that. We had that with Zero King too. Zero King was doing a small tour. They're the Kentucky, Ohio area,
Right.
and they were doing a small tour. And buying their merch up helps to pay for their fuel to move
Yeah.
and to go to these shows.
Right.
The singer from from Zero King actually helps with the booking and stuff at the Music Factory in Battle Creek, which is crazy that he lives way down there and he's helping out
Doing it
here.
here, okay.
So I mean,
Crazy. It is crazy.
yeah, it's just crazy how that works out. But yeah, the mini tours are, people even said we talked about driving out and maybe going through Texas and playing some shows in Texas before we got out to LA. But time-wise, it just wasn't going to work because it was going to take a week or whatever. It was going to cost more than just flying out there, doing it, and coming back.
Done that
And
trip
so
several times.
we all work. We all have jobs.
You got a
We have
life.
jobs. And,
Yeah.
and so we have our lives here. But it's like literally, what are you going to do? 3-day business trip to LA? Sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, okay.
Let's do it, guys.
That's
Twist my
Let's
arm.
go.
Yeah.
All
He didn't have to
right.
twist Charlie's arm at all. Charlie was like, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, okay.
Being the youngest one, he's the most energetic out of all of us.
He doesn't have the aches and pains we have. Does he?
Yeah, exactly. So,
Well, I
Awesome,
already
gentlemen.
prepped my bosses at work to like, hey man, don't be surprised if one day I come in and say, hey, this is it. I'm gonna go be a rock star.
That's right. There you go. Now, you remember what happened last time you were here, guys? Run silent? You
Yeah.
made the damn thing smoke and it fucking collapsed.
yeah.
We had to come back to the table.
Yeah.
We don't want that to happen again. Because somebody's going to eat one of you,
Yeah.
all right? Oh, my. So, everybody in podcast land, thank you for tuning into the No Cover TV podcast. Run silent at the table. Make some noise, please.
You guys all rock out there.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
it.
They made a big announcement. And I'm so proud of these gentlemen out of the West Michigan, Grand Rapids area, Michigan, going to LA to the Whiskey Go-Go. And like I say, you never know who's listening, who's watching. And if you get the opportunity, step through that door.
Exactly.
And if you get approached, just take it a little easy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
just remember, we're just a little band out of Grand Rapids.
just a little bit my
Yeah.
ass. I know you guys. Oh yeah. So we're at 41 minutes. We're going to wrap this up so the phone doesn't smoke and collapse like it did the last time, gentlemen. Thank you for coming to the table.
Thanks for having
It
me.
was
Thank you.
awesome. It's your show, Tony. It's a pleasure. Thank you for coming to the table. All right, I will leave you alone. If I come to a show, I don't know. So, guys, it's your show. How you want to wrap it up? What do you got to shout out to? Say thanks to? What do you
Well, we
want?
want to definitely take a shout out to some of the local bands too. Unfortunately, we haven't had any time to play good shows with in Audible Darling this year, which we were
Great
working
band.
on. But Crossing Bard,
Mhm.
True Burn.
Yes.
True Burn's definitely, those guys are our brothers.
They're
We
awesome.
love them to death.
They're great.
They're just
One
a lot of
Divided.
fun. One Divided up in
Divided.
Reed City. They're a bunch of great guys
They
too.
User-friendly killer robots.
Easy Kill out of Traverse City. We've been meeting a lot of great bands, and we'd just like to say to all of you guys, thank you very, very much.
That's great,
It's done a lot. It's fun working with these guys. It really is.
It's about supporting each other, collaborating with each other, just getting along.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get your music out there. You guys have done it and are doing it, and you're going for that ride,
And we just
man.
hit
I'm so
1K
happy.
on Facebook too.
What's that?
1K on Facebook.
Yeah, we just
we
won
just got the
1,000
1K, huh?
1,000 followers.
So-
Yeah, finally.
Finally
That's
got it.
amazing.
Well, you're going to get more.
Yeah.
A lot more.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, brothers.
That'd be
All
nice.
right, my friends. Well, thank you, brothers, for coming to the table. Thank you. You're going to be
Thank
back, of course.
Of course.
Of course,
Yeah,
you're going to be back.
absolutely. Of course.
So, everybody on Podcast Land, thank you for tuning in to the No Cover TV podcast. Great episodes, great shows. Check them out. You don't know what we're going to talk about. We'll get in their heads. Now, go to the platforms. Check out Run Silence previous CD because we're working on the second one, and then they're going to get that out there and a video coming up in the springtime. Awesome. I'm looking forward to this. Yeah, this is going to be kick-ass. And Zoe says she's waiting too. Oh, come on, Zoe, let me talk. So, gentlemen, thank you again. And everybody out there in Podcast Land, thank you for checking out the No Cover TV podcast. I'm your host, Big Al. Get a hold of me. Let's get you on the show. Get your music out there around the world. Here we are around the world, guys. This is what's
Yeah,
great,
rock and
man.
roll.
Oh, yeah. So, we're out here. Say peace to everybody.
Peace.
Peace. All right, well, No Cover TV. Rock and roll. Peace, everybody. It's Big Al.